Okay, guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, we are back again. This is a late hour broadcast. Like I promised that I will be here today. So I just want us to go through some of the things that matters to us, especially the announcement that PM made based on upcoming sit at home or lockdown of government, Nigerian government facilities, the Ministry of Wars, Ministry of Finance, and Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Education, all these offices, excuse me. So all these offices have been pronounced, you know, forbidden for 1 month. And some people are asking why is it that different governments are demanding that everything needs to be locked down, every government agencies need to be shut down. Okay, if you have been following what is going on, that question can be answered by anybody that are any good student of the freedom movement. We understand that Biafra have been asking for this for a very long time. That security agencies and everything about Nigerian security forces need to pack their load and leave Biafran land. That is not a new. It's not something that one can say, "Oh, I am not aware." You need to be aware because you should be aware actually, because it's not something that there's nothing hidden actually. Everything about the government, the army, what are doing in the Biafran land is in public. Okay, even if you're not aware of it, or maybe you pretend not to be aware, the evidences you cannot ignore that. So there's this announcement that PM made, which we are going to listen, and from there we can now move to other things. I want you to pay close attention. If you have anything that you want to contribute, of course, the comment section is on, so we can hear from you. Just a moment. Just excuse me. I noticed that the notification was blocking the video itself, which is not supposed to be like that. So I guess just a moment. Please like the video, okay? If you join, like the video. I know some of you are already sleeping. That's why you called later broadcast. So it's for people that are available, that are willing to join me, we join. And if you are tired from your work, I understand that. Please like the video. Anytime you see the video, like it, like it. So let me get the video back. Let me get it back on track. Then we can now go through it. And we will also touch the people that are threatening Biafrans. Okay. I hope we're gonna have enough time to do all these things in this broadcast. I hope the time will permit us to do those things. And let's continue. And we have
and as you all know, the Biafra government has taken measures, additional anti-terrorism measures, anti-sabotage measures.
Listen, I want you to start from the beginning.
As you all know, the Biafra government has taken measures, additional anti-terrorism measures, anti-sabotage measures, which the government has adopted. One of those measures being that from the 30th of this August, there will be no additional entrance of cows through the bushes and the border of Biafra land. 2, there will be no movement of cows, interstate movement of cows through the forest. And if you violate this particular law and measures that the Biafra government have introduced in order to curb and fight these terrorists in our land, believe me, we don't ask questions and we don't have prisons. We do not have prison yard or facilities or correctional facilities. This is an official announcement that from the 30th of August, every movement of cows in the bushes are banned, completely banned. And remember that this pronouncement has never been made since the beginning of the liberation of Biafra. Even when the corrupt idiots were making their laws of the movement of cow and the terrorists and all that, which were never asked, from the Yoruba land down to the Biafra land. Many of these fake people parading themselves as representative of the people has one point in time tried to ban the movement of cows, because these are terrorists who follow, and all this while we have been observing, waiting for a moment like this when they have attacked us and the evidence is there. So from the 30th of August, and I know that before 30th of August they are going to unleash men on our people, but believe me, whatever happens, know that the Biafra government is equal to the tax. We will never deviate from engaging their counterpart in the uniform.
Okay, now the message, like I said, is very, very clear. Okay, and when you hear about the movement of cows and all this, like PM's he just mentioned, it's not as if people are kind of confused about the what Fulani, those people that are carrying the cow, what they can offer. And remember, tomorrow is 28th of August, and that is the date, the beginning, first day of government facilities, are going to shut down. So Biafran government have given that mandate and order that government houses, security agents like police, like army, barrack, whatever they have there. My sister, happy May, nice to have you, my sister, nice to have you. Good evening, good evening, good evening, your time. Good morning. I don't know, I think your time should be evening. That's why I'm saying good evening. I hope everything is all right with you. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to this video. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So help us and click on the like button, please, because we need other people to join us as we are still broadcasting. I know it is quite late. Some people are already like in different land. This is after 1 a.m. in morning. So I know it's quite late, but let's see how far we can go on this. So today is the eve day of that lockdown, being 27th of August. And on 30th, the Fulani, like those who claim they have ESN somewhere in Lock Panther, they have ESN everywhere in different land. They have ESN. Scammer of 21st century. They use every tactics to milk our people, claiming they have what they don't have. Now you can see the difference between somebody who talk the talk and walk the walk, and somebody who just talk and not. Some of them they don't even talk. They just send message to Nigerian media to read propaganda everywhere, every corner, propaganda here and there. And now this order, you see how it will be, because we are all here, isn't it? All of us are here. Nobody's going anywhere. So Chineye MC, I greet you, my sister. Nice to have you. Good morning, your time. You're welcome, welcome, welcome. So I want you to understand that Fulani herdsmen that the government have banned now, their movement from interstate movement, but that does not mean that if you want to buy cow, you will not go and buy cow. Because some of you will be wondering, okay, our people don't have meat. And you will know that you have meat by the time they stop coming. You know that some of us don't even know what is Igbo cow. Some don't know about it. And some of you don't even know that cow meat is not even good for your health. Okay? And I'm not saying I'm not the one to dictate to you what you will eat. But I'm just saying, it's not the more that you eat that thing that you feel you can survive with that Fulani cow. 100%. I remember when I was growing up, like when we are, I think that was my secondary school. They used to tell us that tomato with that northerners, tomato come from the north, onions from the north, beans, rice. I grew up believing that rice. We cannot farm rice in our land. We cannot farm rice. What I mean like this, sure. This dawa and okpa, all these things, my brothers and sisters, you can farm it in our land. The only difference between us and them is that our people focus more on quick money. Farming is a business on its own, and selling something like maybe provision shop is a business, chemist shop, pharmacy, name it. All this is they are all businesses. So as Igbo man, what we do is sit down and compare which of them is more profitable, and we go on that one. We pick that one. If selling cement is more profitable than farming, of course you choose selling cement. It does not mean that your land cannot be used or not. It's not fertile for all those cash crop and all that. You can farm. And guess what? We actually have very good, soil, and our land is not all that small like they're making it to be. In Enugu State, there's a lot of empty land in Antiterr0ri, in Nsukka, in Udi, in some part in Kanaland. Then you go to Ebonyi State, Izambo, Afikpo. Oh, there's land there. Very, very fertile. But like I said, we always put what we are gaining, what will give us more profit, and the quick one before another thing. So now is the time that our people are now learning how to farm. You will see the difference. I know some people now, like in Southeast, in Biafra land, I know some people that have decided to venture into the self-reliance. I know Igbo people that are already having farm of this Fulanis, nothing cow. They are done, running that. They are not having that farm. They don't carry it around like Fulani do. They have built a place where those cows are, and they are feeding them. That Igbo man can do all those things. It's just that Igbo man have not paid attention to that. But with the help of Biafran government in Ezra, with the help of Biafran and what is going on in Nigeria, of course, people are now receiving deliverance. Deliverance in the sense that you cannot ignore the fact that your life is at stake. And knowing fully well that your life is at stake, the next option is what we are going to choose. Do you understand? And it will help everybody. It's not going to be just for family's sake. No, you will make money. You will see the difference. Maybe you may say, okay, it's not going to be enough. It will be enough. People are now venturing into agriculture, into poultry farm. All these things is what matters. Fish pond is not. You can't rely on people who are actually killing you. They will threaten you. They are not going to ship food. Then you ask yourself, how Fulanis are not feeding South Africans? They don't feed Gambians. They don't feed Zimbabweans. They don't feed even Ghana. All these countries in Africa, they have their own way of survival. So what are you talking about? They just want to use that to make you lazy, feel that you can't do without you can't do without them. You can do without them. And that does not mean that if they want to do business in Biafra land, they're not going to do business. They may decide to do business in Biafra land, but they have to follow the government instruction, follow government rules. You don't just do because you can do. There's time for everything, and here is the time. My people, please comment so that I will know how many of you, I know who and who is watching actually. I have seen only 2 comments. Happy May, our beloved sister, and another of our beloved sister, Chineye MC. Where are our men? Do I have only two ladies in the house? We have about 11 or 12 people watching at the moment. So you can do better than that. Let me, the video that I uploaded earlier, I want you to, the media could not play the file. Why? Okay. So the video that I uploaded before, we saw how group of people in Imo State are making some utterances that is forbidden, okay, to make in the present time, because you don't threaten, you can't you can't threat Biafrans and expect people to be clapping for you or run away or start shivering. You can't do that anymore. We have woken up. Reference are not aware of what is going on, and there's no need to start rubbing it cream, acting as if you don't know the implication of what you are doing. The time has come and gone, and now is the time to do the needful, such as if you threaten anybody, and let alone when the government, when you're working with all those politicians, then it is your choice. But before I bring the video, because I said I'm going to play it on this live stream, but before then, I would like us to listen to. Hold on. Okay, I've not even shared the video. Let me bring it on. Let me bring it on first. First thing first, we need to also hear from what Oyaoyendu said about how Nigerian government have tried all their best, all their possible best to kidnap, to buy him over by telling, he promised him heaven on earth, and he rejected all those things. And they have also promised PM the same thing, and he rejected all the offer. That was why I said, before now, that only these two individuals, to me, in my own opinion, I see them as activists or freedom fighters. You cannot just tell me that you talking or liking video makes you an activist. I don't believe that. You must, activism is beyond that kind of beyond that. Okay, now I have shared that. Let me start by playing the voice of Oyendu. Okay, so that you know what people can do. Then you compare the two individuals, people who choose to gain, favor from government, and the people like Oyendu.
Is it all religious people I'm going to be asking for? So because anything we want to do, want to come and buy me in Kuja, I said no. I was in detention. They came to me, offered me everything, and I said no. They gave me 5% of Nigeria, and I said no. And you say
5% of Nigeria offered to Masna Monekan, and he said no. Do you understand that? 5% of, imagine the money and the oil well, the riches that comes with that. 1% of Nigeria is a very huge amount of money. 1%. They offered him 5%. 5%. This is to tell you that they themselves understand that Nigeria as an entity is a kind of a dividend of war. To them, is just like when you go to war and you fight and you conquer your enemies, then you loot the properties. So what the property that you captured, while fighting or through war, is a kind of dividends. I mean, the gain that you make by fighting. That's what they see Nigerian to be. And guess what? Our people are paying the price, because to them, we are not supposed to live.
Poor rich people I'm going to be asking for. So because anything we want to do, we do it somehow. I do it instead of cash. Want to come and buy me in Kuja? I said no. I was in detention. They came to me, offered me everything, and I said no. They gave me 5% of Nigeria, and I said no. And you say, is it poor rich people I'm going to be asking for? So because anything we want to do, we do it somehow. I do it instead of cash. Want to come and buy me in Kuja? I said no. I was in detention. They came to me.
Now, let's go to people who love money, who are willing for people to buy them over, and they bought them over, and hear their conversation, which I have also played before in the video that I uploaded. But I will tell you why I'm bringing this video again. I will tell you why. Listen. Let me take it back for
also local government Marat na original na kibago ya Jerusalem then the government behind them and hire the translate teacher na kibago ay patrapato ko arebo na aneme youth no the man I got it won't be where you know get weapon working a platform and get out from this platform. A man are begging for carrying arms now to face these bandits and clear them off. You are not ready for this war, you are not ready for this battle. It's better you get out from this platform. It's better you go off from this platform before it is too late. Because now keep as we have to do the battles equally before go the casino the mayor and I call and couple and keep as I just let you know secret because okay, rich wow.
Okay, let me see. Because I forgot the name that he mentioned of this place. You know, the name of the place that he's talking about. Is it Osu? I think is it Osu? Hold on.
Osu local government youth.
Okay. I believe this should be Osumo in Imo State. I believe. Now, these three individuals. Let me show you their faces again. I know some of you have seen them. Okay, these people, PM shared this, right? And I have written on this earlier. But I want you to understand, compare what Master Kano said, that they offered him, you know, heaven on earth. You can imagine that. How many Igbo people are willing to reject such offer? How many? Now, these ones are here telling you on how they're going to wage war against their fellow brothers, Biafrans. To the extent of threatening them that if they don't want to do what they ask them to do, they're going to kill them and kill their parents and kill their brothers and all that. And they said that it is whatever those people have, they have. So that is man to man or something like that. Ask them, how do they get the gun they're boasting of? The AK-47, pump action, or whatever they claim they want to have. How do they get that? From government of Imo State. And people will come out tomorrow and start telling you that no, Hope Uzodinma they're just his allegation that you know that they're accusing him unjustly. They're accusing him for nothing. He don't deserve this kind of insult. He don't deserve this kind of accusation and all that. These are normal individuals. How do they get the gun they're talking about? At least Biafran government in exile purchased their own as a government. Now, who are these people working for? Who are they working for? I'm not going to play all the voice notes because I think I have it on my here on this channel. So the previous video that that was uploaded, this voice note and is in fact everything is there. You can go and listen to that. When you hear people sounding in favor of government, know that there are some transactions that they have collected their own quota. Transaction must have taken place maybe by cash or by kind. You know what I mean by kind, at least by appointment, government work and all that. Why do they choose to do that against their people? Are they not seeing what the threat that these people are, they're posing on our people? Open doors for Fulani to take over everywhere. They saw all those things, but they choose to do otherwise. Tomorrow, if they started kissing dust in the world of PM, people will say, "Oh, you are killing your brothers." Why? Because they choose to to kill our people for no just reason. And some of them are killing to prove a point that they're hitman. If we him that was so below, because to create fear in the minds of people. But they are doing it at a very, very, very wrong time. Do they know? Do they care to know? That's a story for another day. Because if they do, I don't think they would have done I don't think they will even try to do that kind of nonsense. Biafrans are happy with what is going on with the attitude of Biafra government in exile. So everybody is singing praise of the Biafra government in exile, especially Biafran Prime Minister.
Oh, yeah, Biafra, one family. Our Prime Minister Ndewo, Ogazere Maragilama, Honor Chizumeze, more life from Madu happy. You don't get it. Biafra, Yamariko, Mamma, Daily Land Ranyo, Chubu, Chibun, Ndiru, Amavunaya, Militia Diraya. Oh, yeah, Biafra, one family. Our Galadimanu, our Prime Minister Kelemuke, Ndewo, Ogazere Maragilama, Honor Chizumeze, more life from Madu happy. You don't get it. Biafra, Yamariko, Mamma, Daily Land Ranyo, Chubu, Chibun, Ndiru, Amavunaya, Militia Diraya.
So that is it. And not only him, many people, many other people are saying the same thing, kind of giving their support, loving the activities of the Biafra government, because they can see the lies and fake and evil being, carried out by Nigerian government and people that are supporting them, even the religious leaders. Like what the bishop said, that they want to go back to regional government, as if they don't know. They know that even if you bring that regional government, will it stop movement of Fulani? Is it going to stop Ruga? Is it going to stop Fulani advancement? Is it going to stop plan of Osman Dafoda and his group? It's not going to stop those things. But they choose to, because they prefer to pray for you when Fulani slaughter you. They will come and, sing Hosanna the highest. And that's all. It will end there. Pentecostals, Anglican, Catholic, all the Christendom, all of them, all these denominations that make up Christianity in Nigeria, all of them have questions to answer. All of them. From Khan down to the list, they all have questions to answer. People called Adebayo out many times. Adebayo most of you know him. He commands a lot of huge number of congregations. He have his churches across the globe. Across the globe, he have it in Europe, in America, in Asia, name it. He have branches there. The same man, okay? But we saw how he protested against Jonathan. People have been asking this question, what is going on? Sometimes he come out and make some utterances that even make more, that will even make him more, that will even make more people to suspect him the more. Telling you that Nigerians that I don't want to go into his view on tithe, and women who don't know how to pray how many hours, you should not marry that woman. This man have made a lot of controversial statements, and here he said this. I want you to listen to what he said now.
And yet we have clearer to us that the problems our nation is facing is more than political. It's a problem will require quite a bit of spiritual solution.
Okay, that the problem of Nigeria is more than political. That there is quite a little bit of spirituality, but spiritual problem you are talking about. That's why you are a man of God. Then, that's why you have. If you are not a man of God, how can you be controlling all this crowd that you are controlling, all this population, all these members that you have everywhere? You must. I believe you have that power. Must have done something that made them to follow you, isn't it? So why are you now running away from spiritual issues? You saw. Some of them may say that he's not running away, but if you're not running away, why are you telling us solve the problem then?
We as a country are blessed. We are blessed with people with great intelligence. We are blessed with all manners of resources.
I cannot even count the blessing without mentioning resources. And that resources is all about oil in Biafra land. Nothing more. Nothing more. Have you seen anywhere Nigerian senators or government are busy dishing out orders on about gold in Zamfara, about other mineral resources in the north? The later one they have discovered, they use their brother to protect that one so that nobody will go there at all. Hear him.
And yet we have so many problems. And it's not as if the people in authority are not trying their best. They're doing as much as humanly possible.
When your pastor begin to tell you that something that you know that is obvious, that these criminals are not doing anything to solve anything, to even fix anything, and your pastor is telling you that they are doing their best, humanly possible, they are doing everything humanly possible to fix, they are trying their best. So when you hear that, where will you now put your hope or your faith? Are you going to still give him benefit of doubt to at least to see if somehow things will change? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because nothing will change. Nothing at all will change. The same man will come back tomorrow to tell you that even though the government claim that they are doing their best, ask him what is the minimum wage of minimum wage in Nigeria. He don't ask this position's title. No, it is you that are working as a let me say a waiter or waitress, or maybe you are working like a security agent, security in a company, in your offices. Maybe you are working as a cleaner. Maybe you are working as I don't want to, not MD, just basic work. That's your latest salary. His eyes is there that you should bring it to sow seed. I'm not against Christianity or sowing seed. I'm not against it, but the way they're doing it in Africa, especially in Nigeria, is very, very funny. Very, very, very funny. Very, very funny. I don't want to talk about that, but let's. I don't want to talk more about it. Let's continue with what he's saying.
We have problems that are beyond human ability to solve. Clearer to us.
The problem that is beyond human ability to solve. Trying to protect him, because him and Tinubu is a very good friend. Using these people, even God will be wondering what kind of people are this. Are they saying that they're praying for me, they're worshiping me? I don't know them. Because if not, how can you explain that a man of God is saying what he's saying now, and people will still sit down, wait for him? Papa write down, Papa said this, Papa said that. It won't take you to anywhere. The truth, they said, shall set you free. Only the truth, nothing more. But if you choose to do otherwise, that is your choice. So that there are this. I think this. How many of you know this guy called Pantami? Pantami. I think this is the man. The one that is that people have been, they have accused him many times of being part and parcel of Boko Haram. And this Northerner said something that I would like us to go through it. But even though it may not be accurate in terms of the where he don't want to mention the name of Pantami, he trying to use him as if he's against it. Based on experiences, there is no terrorist that cannot be traced, located using NIN and SIM registration database. Even on the case of Sheikh Shaki Gober, I have contacted some security personnel and advised them on how they can act. Let's trace their location. That is this man. When you hear that kind of thing, you think, oh, he's talking against terrorism or terrorists. No, don't be deceived. They are all financier of those things that you call terrorism, and to them, It's all about brotherhood. So you going against them is will even make him more angry. So people should know that he's not. So he have right to say, his lies to his people, but we can see through that. Listen to this.
This is bigger than Dangote and refinery. This is bigger than Delta controversy.
Let's talk.
This system, there is a very serious controversy building up in the Nigerian oil and gas industry, and not a lot of people are paying attention to it. This is bigger than Dangote and refinery. This is bigger than Malta controversy. This is tending towards state capture. And now, because of how sensitive this topic is, nothing I say in this video is my opinion. I'm going to be showing you articles and news sources. We are going to be reading it together, and you will form your own opinion based on everything I'm going to present to you. So this is not me giving you any.
I have many videos that people are, many videos that expose Tinubu's atrocities, his activities, his corruption, his secret agenda, his motive actually, on how to keep on milking and sucking, Nigerian wealth, which is the number one priority of all these politicians, is to be famed, to enjoy themselves with public fund, nothing more. And maybe I will start playing those videos, but let's listen to this one because this guys, he made it clear that this is not him making an allegation, but it's a reality. So I believe that. Let's continue.
Information. We are going to be reading information together. And we're going to start from this article by Sahara Reporters. The headline says, Nigerian state-owned oil company NNPC Retail surrenders control to OVH Energy, operator of Wando assets, which it acquired. Now, before we delve into this article, I want to explain some basic things about the oil industry to you. The oil industry is divided into three parts. You have the upstream, the midstream, and the downstream sectors. The upstream sector has to do with the extraction of crude oil. So those people that bring the crude oil out of the ground, they are called upstream. The downstream has to do with the processing and sale of crude oil byproducts. So you take the crude oil to the refinery, it brings a couple of products for you, and then you now have the filling stations. So that is the downstream, the processing and the sale of crude oil byproducts, so petroleum products. And then the midstream has to do with transportation of these items around. So you have the tank, the storage tanks, the pipes and everything. That is the midstream. So oil companies, they usually have two arms. There's an arm that handles the upstream, so in charge of drilling of crude oil, and then there's an arm that handles the downstream, filling stations, refineries. So with this basic information, let's go back into the article. Nigerian state-owned oil company NNPC Retail surrenders control to OVH Energy, operator of Wando assets, which it acquired. The court ruling effectively dissolves NNPC Retail, the primary importer of petrol in Nigeria, and transfers its ownership and operations to OVH Energy Marketing Limited, which now assumes control of the entity. NNPC Retail, the downstream arm of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. Remember I told you, you have the section that deals with the upstream, and then you have the one that deals with downstream. NNPC Retail deals with the downstream arm of NNPC business. OVH Energy, which I'll be explaining more to you later, deals with Ohando's arm of the downstream business. NNPC Retail, the downstream arm of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, has ceased to exist after a court-approved transfer of its ownership and assets to OVH Energy Marketing Limited, a company it claimed to have acquired. What does this mean? You transfer assets to a company that you claim to have acquired. Let's get more details on this. And for this, we are going to go to NNPC's website. NNPC themselves, we are going to their website. So this is from NNPC's website, October 1, 2022. NNPC Limited acquires OVH Energy downstream assets in line with its vision to maintain leading position in the Nigerian petroleum downstream sector. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has acquired OVH Energy Marketing, owner and operator of the Owando downstream assets. Remember, upstream, downstream. Through this acquisition, NNPC Retail Limited will build on the existing success of OVH and operate model service outlets leveraging OVH extensive asset base and commercial capabilities. Speaking at the ceremony in Abuja, the board chairman of NNPC Limited, Senator Mageri Okadibo,
said the acquisition brings over 380 additional filling stations under the NNPC retail brand in Nigeria and Togo. On our journey to attaining 1,000 filling stations, we will be the largest petroleum product retail network in Africa. So basically what happened here is that NNPC's arm of the downstream sector bought Oando's arm of the downstream sector. Basically, NNPC's filling station bought Oando's filling station. And if you notice in your area, you should have all Oando filling stations changed to NNPC. So this was an effect of this buyout that happened October 2022. And note, this was 5 months to the presidential election. So obviously, there is something fishy here. And this was what prompted Atiku to release this statement.
Okay, the corruption continues of Tinubu's and his cabal, buying all this thing, doing this illegal transaction in favor of him and his groups. The Tinubu, what's it called? Dangote was crying the other day that he don't have any crude oil. Why I'm telling you all those things for you to know that they know that things is about to happen, and all of them are packing their bags, trying to gather all they can lay hands on in case of anything. Tinubu don't even hide his own. Imagine somebody who have access to gain something when he was not even a president. Is it now that he holds the knife and the bread, and he holds the knife and the yam, whoever they want to cut and give, you give. So imagine what is going on behind the scene. People should be, if you are still believing that somehow you will continue this way, you don't want a problem, blah 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 blah, you're on your own. I'm being honest, you're on your own. Here okay, let me leave this one first. Like I always say, the corruption continues. Look at Tinubu here. Tinubu's government reporting excludes Southeast institutions, okay, as Nelfon publishes student loan disbursement to 19 universities, or that I think this is 19 is it university on others. But the only thing is I want you to understand is that this plan was made not just this month. Okay, the student loan they're talking about, no, not even one university in Southeast, okay, was added. That was the initial plan. Then when people started talking about it, they said, okay, they pick some and share. But the problem is that whether they actually give loan to any university in Southeast is not yet, established, because the list, like what Sarah reporters are saying here now, they did not add anything. But the former statement they made before shows that they have some Southeasterners, university in Southeasterners, in Southeastern part of not Nigeria, in Southeast, in Biafra land. They claim they have some things, they have given loan to some of the schools. But Sarah Reporter is now telling you that they exclude all the Southeasterners, all the institutions there, Polytechnic, University, nothing. Just like what Buhari did during his own time. Okay? Buhari did the same thing. He took loan from China and ignored everything that has to do with Southeast. He did not give them anything. Yet, Joe Ibokwe and his group was busy singing his praise. Today, not even one Southeast politicians can dare talk nonsense against Tinubu. Do you understand? That is the level that the people have pushed our people. We have lost our respect. If not that God decided to use PM to rescue many people. So my people, I'm going to end the broadcast now. I decided to jump in just to be with us this late hour. We are going to broadcast again tomorrow morning or this morning, depending on your time zone. So please, before you go, like this video and share it. Comment and tell us what you think about what we have discussed so far. What you have to say about the measure anti-terrorism measure that PM and Biafra government leaders have announced that will kick off on 10th of this month. No movement of car. Before we go, let me bring that announcement again. So for some of you that joined late, let me bring it again so that you can hear. Just a moment. It is important we repeat it. Very, very important. Okay, let's go. Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you. God bless you.
And as you all know, the Biafra government has taken measures, additional anti-terrorism measures, anti-sabotage measures, which the government has adopted. One of those measures being that from the 30th of this August, there will be no additional entrance of cows through the bushes and the border of Biafra land. 2, there will be no movement of cows, interstate movement of cows through the forest. And if you violate this particular law and measures that the Biafra government have introduced in order to curb and fight these terrorists in our land, believe me, we don't ask questions and we don't have prisons. We do not have prison yard or facilities or correctional facilities. This is an official announcement that from the 30th of August, every movement of cows in the bushes are banned, completely banned. And remember that this pronouncement has never been made since the beginning of the liberation of Biafra. Even when the corrupt idiots were making their laws of the movement of cow and the terrorists and all that, which were never enforced, from the Yoruba land down to the Biafra land. Many of these fake people paraded themselves as representative of the people has one point in time tried to ban the movement of cows because these are terrorists who follow stand. All this while we have been observing, waiting for a moment like this when they have attacked us and the evidence is there. So from the 30th of August. And I know that before 30th of August, they are going to unleash mayhem on our people. But believe me, whatever happens, know that the Biafra government is equal to be taxed. And as you all know, the Biafra government has taken measures, additional anti-terrorism measures, anti-sabotage measures, which the government has adopted. One of those measures being that from the 30th of this August, there will be no additional entrance of cows through the bushes and the border of Biafra land. 2, there will be no movement of cows, interstate movement of cows through the forest. And if you violate this particular law and measures that the Biafra government have introduced in order to curb and fight these terrorists in our land, believe me, we don't ask questions and we don't have prisons. We do not have prison yard or facilities or correctional facilities. This is an official announcement that from the 30th of August, every movement of cows in the bushes are banned, completely banned. And remember that this pronouncement has never been made since the beginning of the liberation of Biafra. Even when the corrupt idiots were making their laws of the movement of cow and the terrorists and all that, which were never enforced, from the Yoruba land down to the Biafra land. Many of these fake people paraded themselves as representative of the people has one point in time tried to ban the movement of cows because these are terrorists who follow stand. All this while we have been observing, waiting for a moment like this when they have attacked us and the evidence is there. So from the 30th of August. And I know that before 30th of August, they are going to unleash mayhem on our people. But believe me, whatever happens, know that the Biafra government is equal to be taxed. We will never deviate from engaging their counterpart in the uniform.